Great about that, other than trying to help people who are in a state of invasion. Welcome back to the Immigration Answer Show. My name is Jim Hacking. This is episode number 614 of the Immigration Answer Show. Even though it's 80 degrees here in St. Louis, I have my Yes hoodie on because it's so freaking cold in here. I'm in Amani's office, but my son Yusuf had the AC on so low. It's set at 64 degrees. So it's freezing in this room. There's no real carpet or anything. So how is everybody doing? What's going on? Let's see who's here. Mary D is here. Elizabeth Ashley's here. Kwaku's in Kentucky. Creaky Bones in Oregon, as usual. Roy B in class, ready for class. Lewis is here, back in Austin. Nurse Laura is working today. She's on call, so that's great. Patricia's here. Dammy's here. Syra's here. Tyrone is here. Rich is here representing all the Yardies. We've got Mary D from Uganda. Haruna from Dubai. We got McDaniels here. How about this? The mastermind became a citizen on Thursday. Well, congratulations. That's great news. Jai Shankar's here from Coppell, Texas. I don't even know what that is. Haruna is here. Saring is here. F says, Salam alaikum. Walaikum salam, F. Thanks, Selena. I got to put the link to the waiting room. Here we go. It's a one-man show today, so it's just me. I'll be here for the next hour trying to answer your questions. Here's the link. Send a video. All right, how to join. I placed that. Christine is here. Umaru. Wait a minute. Umaru is not in Yuma. Umaru's in Nigeria. How about that? All right. Sweet Life says, don't let yesterday take up too much of today. Have an amazing day. Well, I agree with that. Manu's here. Larry and Nadia are here. AJ, our friend, is here. We got Trinidad in the house. Dubai, Albany, North Carolina. All right. Haruna has a question. And look who's here. The queen of them all, the one and only Donna. Donna and Rich representing for all the Yardies. How's everybody doing? Delroy's here. Got a lot of Yardies in today. It is Sunday. Hope everybody's doing something fun and relaxing. After this, I'm going to go over and watch some softball, as I often do. My mom's coming to the game. Yusuf's coming to the game. So we're going to have a full house at Noor's softball game. They finished with the number one seed yesterday. So if they win at 3 o'clock, they play in the championship at 6. So hopefully that'll be fun. And it's a nice, beautiful day. Yesterday, we got rained on a couple times. All right. Let's go ahead and get started asking some questions, and we'll start with Rick. Hello, Rick.
Hey, Jim. How you doing?
Great. You making breakfast?
Yes.
Awesome. What are you making?
I'm making beans and eggs for my wife and my child. Nice. Yeah. So I just wanted to give you an update to the saga, and this is actually going to be my last message. So just to give a quick recap, 2018, I met my future wife. She had already had a visitor's visa. So between 2018 and 2020, we did back and forth, where she stayed for me short-term trips, long-term trips. 2020, we got married in the civil ceremony in Los Angeles. We were still doing the trips because we didn't consult an immigration lawyer, and we wanted to do a wedding in Mexico. So from 2020 to 2022, that's what was going on. 2022, we got married. We were able to cross over, but I really had to convince the customs officer to let my wife go through, because she was about to have her visa revoked crossing San Diego. So 2022, we stayed put. We got pregnant. And finally, after the baby's birth, we started the immigration process. Okay. And January of this year, 2024, that's where we got all the evidence, bank statements, utility bills, pictures, all the forms, the medical exam, everything we did together. We submitted everything in one shot. January 2024. Earlier this week on Tuesday, we got the 130 approved, and yesterday morning we got the 480 or 45. I forget what's the number is,
Yep.
but we got it approved yesterday morning. So the case is done. We just have to wait for the green card, but it got done in 5 months, which I know is very very unusual. But I mean, we're grateful, you know.
Congratulations. That's fantastic, Rick. I'm happy for you.
Thank you. And thank you, Jim, for all your advice. And you know, I know I was doing a lot more your live streams during COVID because, you know, just what was going on. So I want to thank you for all the advice, and it really helped along the process. Thank you.
Awesome, buddy. Have a great breakfast. Have a great Sunday.
Thank you. Take care.
See you, Rick. All right, all right. Well, that's good news. Let's go to Daniel. Hello, Daniel.
Yeah, good afternoon, sir.
How you doing?
Fine, sir. How about you?
I'm great, thanks.
Yeah, so I got a quick question here. I and my wife had a I-130 interview.
Okay, where?
Yeah, in Minneapolis,
Okay.
and it's been almost about a year now because we went June 13th of last year, and up to now we still haven't gotten approval, and I'm just wondering what's going on.
Are you the U.S. citizen or are you the beneficiary?
I'm the beneficiary.
And what was your status before you filed for a green card?
I actually came here as with a visiting visa, and I've had one marriage before, but you know, and we divorced, and I got married to this my current wife. That
What
we,
country? What country are you from?
I'm from Nigeria.
And when did you first get your visit visa to the United States?
That was in um May of 2017.
And when did you come to the United States?
May of 2017. That's when I came. May.
Okay.
Yeah.
And when did you get divorced?
I got divorced in. I got married in when I came to the U.S. I got married. I came in 2017, and I got married in 2018, and we got divorced in 2019.
Oh, so you weren't married back in Nigeria, you were only married in the
No,
United
right.
States.
I married right here when I came to the U.S.
Did that
But
first person
unfortunately,
did that first
yeah,
person file
unfortunately,
for a green card for you?
yeah, she did.
And what happened to that case?
That case was denied for some reasons, and the reason was that you know they said a divorce in Nigeria, and the divorce certificate, the immigration said it was not the right one.
Uh-huh.
So we divorced, and I had to go and redo the divorce over there. So I got the right one.
Oh, wait, I'm
Uh,
confused now. Okay, let's back. So, how many times in your life have you been married? 3 times?
that is, yeah, I'll say 3 times, yeah.
So once in Nigeria, twice in the United States.
In the United States, yeah.
So when you left Nigeria to come to the United States in 2017, you were still married to your Nigerian wife?
No, I wasn't. We already divorced.
Okay, but then you came to the United States, married wife number one, and then wife number two, and they said that your marriage to wife number one, the divorce wasn't valid, so you had to redo it.
Yes, I have to redo it.
But then you divorced wife number two, and now you're on wife number three.
Yeah.
Okay, do you watch this show very often?
Yes, I do.
Because we talk about this all the time. This is a big known issue. So they think you're just hanging out trying to get married to someone to get a green card.
Okay.
So when you had your interview in Minneapolis, did they separate you and your spouse?
Yeah, they separated us, and then
Mm.
well, we went with a lawyer.
Uh-huh.
They separated us when they finished, and then she finished first, and then they called me in. And when I finished with the officer, so I tried to ask him everything is okay. He said yeah, but then my wife was pregnant, so she was supposed to put to bed the next day. We went on the 13th, and my son was born on the 14th.
Wow.
So yeah, so and then he told me that if I don't see any status update, I should get the child's birth certificate when the child is born, which I did, and up until now,
And
eh,
that was um that was a year ago.
that was a year ago. And then early this year in January, I think towards the end of January, and then they asked for medical RFE, which
Hmm.
I've sent it in. It's been 90 something days now, and still haven't heard anything.
Do you think what happened? Do you think wife number two said bad things about you to immigration, or do you think she just went away?
Wife, no, she didn't say anything about me to the immigration. No.
And when they denied that case, did they say you committed fraud, or they just said they didn't like your divorce decree?
Yeah, they just said they talked about the wife number one divorce.
Hmm.
You know,
Okay, so
which
what's your question for me?
so yeah, I'm just wondering why. Like even after medical RFE and all of that they requested, and they
Because
haven't.
they're waiting to see if your marriage to number three falls apart, because they figure if they just wait and don't give you the green card, that'll put pressure on the marriage. They don't like the fact that you're on your third marriage. They don't like the fact that you submitted a fake divorce decree, and they think you're just a Nigerian guy hanging out trying to get a green card. So they're just sitting on the case.
Oh, okay. Even that we have two kids already.
I talk about this. I have a video on this. White marriage, the current marriage might be completely valid, but if there's problems with prior marriages, that can still keep you from getting the green card, even like you said, with two kids.
Okay.
So you can either keep waiting, or you might want to sue them if you're tired of waiting. But I think it's a tough case.
Okay.
Thanks, Daniel.
All right. Thank you very much.
Hi, buddy. Yep, for sure. All right, all right. Let's go to David. David, are you there?
Oh, hey, how you doing?
Good. How are you doing?
Sorry, my dogs are big babies. Um, sorry, I'll be quick.
It's okay.
I spoke with you a long time ago, so I'm just gonna give a refresher on my story. I am a DACA recipient, married to a U.S. citizen.
Awesome.
Um, Back in the day when I first entered the U.S., I came illegally. I crossed the border when I was 10 years old
Okay.
with my mom and my brother.
Yep.
Um, we you know, we had a master hearing. We didn't go. I think something to do with like they mailed the paperwork to the wrong address, so we didn't find out. So once I got married, I started like understanding my situation. I went after to see if I had a deportation order, which I did. We hired a lawyer here. Um, he was able to reopen, and he said that I don't have a deportation order anymore, but I do have a master hearing, and it's scheduled in January, back in Texas. My question to you is, I'm afraid because I have really bad feeling that Trump is gonna get reelected, even
Yeah.
though he's a total loser and a felon, which is crazy.
Yes, he is.
Um,
Yes, all those things are true.
yeah. My question to you is, even though I have a master hearing in January, um, am I allowed to get advanced parole through DACA, or should I not try?
You are allowed to get it, but proceedings are terminated, I don't think you should leave the United States. I
Okay.
understand the urgency. What court? So the has your I-130 been approved?
No, it's still pending. We applied back in January, at the end of January, we applied.
Of 24.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We only been married for a year now. But yeah, my court hearing, it's in Texas somewhere. It's in San Antonio, Texas.
So
So
I haven't had a client leave on advance parole through DACA while they're still in immigration court. Why didn't the court, when they reopened and set aside the deportation order, why didn't they just go ahead and terminate it?
they said with my email here with the lawyer, he says that
Yes, I'm
they
not approved yet. Yeah.
yeah, he says that like I no longer have a deportation order in my file, but I do have a but my removal proceedings have been reopened, and the next master calendar hearing it's in January.
So I think you're just stuck. I understand. I understand that Trump might get elected. You know, I worry about it on this show. I think that leaving on advance parole while under the jurisdiction of an immigration judge would be a bad idea. Even though you've got things headed in the right direction, I would say let's just try to hope the I-130 gets approved quickly, then go back to the court and try to set it aside. Or try to terminate proceedings, I should say.
Like, you think I'll be able to terminate the proceedings without even like appearing in this master hearing?
Uh-huh. Yeah, if your lawyer knows the government attorneys and can bug the shit out of them and try to terminate proceedings once your I-130 is approved, yeah.
Okay, so we should wait for the I-130 to come through.
I would.
Okay, all right. That's good information. Thanks for your time.
Bye, buddy. Have a great day. Have fun with those dogs.
Take care.
Bye,
Thanks.
David. Yeah, for sure. All right. AH is here. Hello, AH.
Hi, Jim. How are you?
Great. How are you doing?
I'm doing okay. This is my second time calling you. The first time I called you, I had told you that my sorry on my I-485. I'm very nervous right now. That's why. So on my
don't be nervous. It's just you and me. Take a deep breath. It's all good.
So on my I-485 form, I had written no to violating my visa conditions, even though that was not true. And I had I was waiting for my interview so that I could I could bring the errata sheet and rectify the answer. But my worst fear came true, and my I-485 has been approved now. So.
Yeah. So what was the violation?
Overstay.
And you're married to a U.S. citizen?
Yeah. So I was in a student visa, and between me last going to school and getting my TPS, I overstayed for a year. And I had told the paralegal to write yes, but she wrote no. And I thought, okay, not a big deal. Now, it's a big deal, but I thought like, I'm going to get interview for sure. And then I'm going to make sure that I bring errata sheet. But now it's done.
So here's a question. A lot of times when we file for a green card for someone, we'll submit, like in your case, copies of their I-20s to show when they entered and when they graduated and when they were in status. I mean, so yes, you checked the wrong box, but could we argue that you also submitted the I-20s to show when your school ended? Like, is there anything else in the forms that could have led them to know that you had that period of unauthorized stay? Does that make sense?
Yeah, but I never I was never told to submit I-20s or anything. So
Okay.
That's even worse.
So the fact is, so when it comes to misrepresentations, the question is whether it was material, which means is it important, right? Would it have led to a different result if you had told them that you'd been out of status? Now, when you apply for citizenship, you're going to have to, it sounds like your plan at citizenship is to sort of blame the paralegal, right? And I get that. But I think you can also maybe try to take a little responsibility and say, hey, I didn't really understand the question. I thought that we were going to put yes. I didn't mean to mislead anybody. And if you had known about it, it was still approvable. I mean, like I would do citizenship with an attorney because you're going to have to do some fast arguing at your interview. If it comes up, it might not come up at all. They might just look right past it. So I think you're just sort of stuck with it now. I don't think you can do anything now that you have the green card. So that's, again, one of the downsides of not having interviews for every green card case. I understand why they're doing it, but you identified the problem.
Yeah, so am I screwed? Like,
no, I wouldn't say you're screwed. I would say it's a 20% chance of coming up at your citizenship case, and I think it's a 5% chance that it's something that they would have to think you were trying to trick them, or that, and there are officers who do that. There's officers who'll say, well, it's not that you were out of status, it's now you lied about it on your form. So, lying. So that's an interesting thing. So when you get to your N-400, there's a question on the form that says, have you ever given any U.S. government officials any documents that were false, fraudulent, or misleading? And I think so. Then I think the question is, do we put yes or no on that, and how do we handle it? I would want to think that through. I would probably lean towards saying yes, and then trying to explain to them that it was a mistake.
Okay. And what would be the worst case penalty thingy? Like, would I be put into removal proceedings, or?
Probably don't want me to tell you the worst case scenario because I think it's so remote. But yeah, that would be the worst case scenario. But I don't think that's going to happen.
Okay. So, because like I'm such a person that I always go to the worst case scenario first so that I can make myself feel better.
Right. Yes.
Yeah. So, what would happen if I was put into removal proceedings? Then what would
you would
I
probably
would have
need
to
to
go
get
into?
you probably need to get some kind of waiver and show hardship to your spouse. I wouldn't spend any time worrying about this because I don't think any of it's going to happen. I guess the question, what you should be asking is, Jim, am I now forced to forget about citizenship for the rest of my life? That's the question, I think.
Oh, okay. So, but yeah. So, I shouldn't be applying for citizenship in the
I didn't say
future.
that. I didn't say
Yeah.
that. I said that's the question you should be asking, if that makes sense. I'm not going to say either way.
Yeah, but like, if I bring a lawyer, they might be able to like argue on my behalf, right?
Yeah, because I think we could argue lack of intent. You didn't intend to mislead anybody, and I think we could also argue it wasn't material because you're married to a U.S. citizen, so it's forgiven anyway. So just shut up.
Okay. Would you form?
Just one other thing. I think a lot of people get that question wrong,
Okay.
and not because of bad motive. It's because it sort of calls for a legal conclusion. If you're not a lawyer, how are you supposed to know if you violated the terms of your status or not? I think that's a tough one. I think you're going to be okay.
Okay, but would your firm be okay with taking that kind of thing and then
sure.
like
coming
on?
Yeah, we could help you when the time comes.
Okay, all right. Thank you so much.
Okay,
Thank you for making it. Thank you. Thank you.
That was a good question. Yeah, that was a tough one. All right, let's go to F. Hello, F.
Hello. How are you?
Great. That's a really cute picture of that kid there that you got.
Thank you. Okay, so Mr. Jim, I will make it quick. So I came to the U.S. as a refugee. I came here before, and you actually helped me to get my green card. After we sued them, so I did my interviews back in Egypt. I came to the U.S. as a refugee. I entered the U.S. with I-94, and a few years later, we sued them to get my green card, and everything is okay now. So, and it's time for my N-400 application.
Awesome.
So I'm about to apply for it, and I think, I will hire your firm again to help me with this. But
Sure.
I have a question, please. So my question is, how likely do you think I will get asked about my refugee case, the case that granted me the refugee status here in the U.S. in my naturalization interview?
Okay, so this leads me to the question. I will answer your question, but first I want to ask you a question.
Mm.
Why are you worried about that?
I'm not worried about it at all, but like like someone is going to be naturalized, so they will be so nervous, and I get nervous
Mm,
in those situations. That
yeah.
does not mean I lied about anything. That
Okay.
didn't happen at all. Just like if I got asked a question, or maybe about a date, something I said 10 years ago that this happened to me on this such a day and a month and a year, but if I forget about that date, and they
Mhm.
ask me the question, and I don't remember the exact answer. Do I am I have the right to say that I don't remember the actual like the specific answer?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, that's it. But
So
uh,
in answer to your question, when
mm,
you apply for citizenship,
mm,
anything in your history is fair game. They can ask you about anything. I don't
yeah,
say this to scare people, and I'm actually going to try to make you less worried here in a minute. But the fact of the matter is, citizenship is their last chance to decide whether or not you get to stay or you go, whether you become a citizen or not. It's hard to take away people's citizenship. It's not impossible, but it's hard. So anything's possible. So yes, they could ask you about your refugee case, and I've had that come up. Now, does that mean you have to memorize your entire case? And if you had something
yeah,
in there that said this happened in May of 2003 and it was really May of 2004, it's not a memory test. It's not going to be like that. It's just going to be broader things. So if you said there was nothing. You said everything you said in your refugee case was true. So that's really all I need to know. Like that makes me happy
mm,
because Mark Twain said if you never tell if you always tell the truth, you don't have to have a good memory, right? So you just but yeah, you can say I don't know for sure.
okay, and uh, okay, yeah, I think that's all what I need.
Okay, great. Well, just send us an email and we'll get started on citizenship.
Sorry,
All
I
right.
just remember the question now.
Oh,
Uh,
yeah.
yeah, do they have any right to deny any N400 application even if I met all the like eligibility requirements for that N400?
Well, they always. I mean, they have to. If a case is approvable, they have to approve it. But if they don't approve it, they have to explain why. So, and yes, they have the right to deny it, but they have to have a good reason.
All right. Okay. All right.
Have a great
Thanks.
day. Okay,
Thanks.
bye. See ya. All right, all right. One of our old lawsuit clients is going to come back to do the old citizenship. That's exciting. We love working on citizenship cases. How's everybody doing? I see we're talking about crocodiles and scorpions in the chat. Very important chats. Um, Here in St. Louis, we're having cicadas. So let me see if I can get a picture of a cicada. There's 17 million cicadas around where we live, I think. Let me see if I can get a picture of one. There we go. These things are everywhere right now. They buzz, they hit you in the head. My son got one in his pocket the other day. He was freaking out. Let me see if I can show you the cicadas. That's them. They're everywhere, and they're trying to mate. So it's really loud. The males are all making all this noise. Yeah, Donna, you wouldn't like it at all. They're literally everywhere. Like I would say on my driveway right now, there's probably 100 dead ones. 100. So we got about 2 more weeks of these cicadas. They come out every 17 years or 13 years, but this is one of the rare times where they both come out the same year. So that only happens every 220 years. So these cicadas are everywhere, and they're so gross. They're not mean, or they don't bite or anything. But like I can see 4 of them flying outside my window right now, 4 or 5. It's crazy. Yeah, Donnie, you wouldn't like that at all. And they're loud. Laura's right. They're very loud. All right, Omar's here. Hello, Omar.
Yes. How are
What's up?
you?
I'm great. How are you doing?
Yeah, I'm doing well. Yeah, I'm from Nebraska now. Nebraska today is very good weather.
Nice. Good. I'm glad to hear it. Yeah, it's nice here too.
Thank you. So, third opportunity for me to having you. I have two questions behalf of my friend. he's not speaking English very well, and he says that I would like you to ask two questions for me about my. Yes, he has been in the United States here for around 3 years. He comes through DV lottery selectee, and the question that he said when he submit the DS 260 form, he said he was married, and he married and he came to the embassy interview with his wife, and they got approved for two of them. And when they came, they have two children, three twins, but the two children is not included in their DS 260. And they try that to leave the children in their country, and they came here, the two people like a couples. So he said that now after he come to the United States here, he go back again the country after 1 year, and he has other new twins too. That means he has he
Two
has
sets of
four.
twins.
Yeah.
Two sets. Yeah. Wow.
And he asked me the question that he know that surely the first twins they are not included because they don't include it, and he didn't put them in his form DS260, and again he has new two twins. He asking that when he would like to be a citizenship, those two twins, and as his green card holder, do that the second twins they can be under his case for the after he becomes citizenship. The two twins they will get documentation from the U.S. government or not. I mean that they will be they will have uh, they will have cases such as documents here.
You mean will they get
I don't know.
passports?
I
You
don't know
mean
the way of to how to give this information because the lack of language.
you're fine. You're doing great, Omar. You're doing great.
Yeah.
You mean will they automatically get passports, or do you mean will mom and
Yeah.
dad be able
Yes.
to?
Yes. What I
No,
mean. Yeah.
no. If they were born before the parents turned
Yeah.
to U.S. citizens, then the parents will have to file I-130 for them.
Okay. So as general, so if someone he is a U.S. citizen and his wife in his country and he has a new baby there, that baby will be American or will be.
It depends if the father
Yeah.
has lived in the United States for 5 years before the
Yeah.
kid is born, and
Yeah. My question is that. My
three of
question
those
exactly.
3 of those years have to be after they turned 14. So if the dad becomes a citizen
Yes.
and the kid's born the next day, then they're
Yeah.
not U.S. citizens. But the dad's been a citizen and he's lived in the United States for at least 5 years. 3 of those years being after he turned 14, then probably the kid's a U.S. citizen.
So.
I mean, sometimes it all comes down to math. So you got to figure out all the dates. Like I was talking to somebody the other day, and
Yep.
she missed being a U.S. citizen by birth by 5 days because her
Yep.
dad was 5 days was missing 5 days that he needed to give her the citizenship.
Yeah, but for the green card holder, that is not impossible. That's not possible because he
No,
asked me that
no, no,
he
no.
asked me that when he has the second twin that he was the green holder for 2 years and a half.
Yeah, none of that matters. He can apply for them when he gets his citizenship. He can apply for them, and then they have to come on a visa.
He can apply for them.
Yep.
Okay. Thank you
Thanks,
so
Omar.
much.
Bye, buddy.
Yes,
Have
thank
a
you.
good day. Yeah, for sure. All right, all right. Everyone in the waiting room, I take the people on camera first. So, Chitty Bear, hello.
Hi, Jim.
How you doing?
I'm fine. How are you?
I'm good. What's up?
I wanted to find out, does the US have any rule against applying for immigrant visa as well as non-immigrant visa, like student visa concurrently?
What about? I heard about student visas, but audio is a little rough. I can't. What's the question?
Like being married to a U.S. citizen, but you still want to go to school because the process for the immigrant pathway is a long process. Can you still go ahead and apply for that?
Well, so once you're married to a U.S. citizen, it's very unlikely that they'll give you a student visa. But if you're married and then the U.S. citizen files an I-130 petition for you, and then you apply for a student visa, then the chances are even worse. So usually they won't give student visas to the spouses of U.S. citizens because they know they're coming to get a green card and not to just be a student. Does that make sense?
Oh, okay. So you just have to wait till the I-1 test and all that goes through before you can apply for school.
Or you could apply for the student visa before you get married.
Oh, okay. All right. Thank you
Have
so
a good
much.
day. See ya. All right, all right. Jonelle's here. What's up, Jonelle? You're on mute.
Hey, how are you? Good afternoon, Jim.
I'm great. How are you doing?
Good, good. I want to say first and foremost, great show. I've been watching you for over 2 years, and
Awesome. Thanks.
take your show. My question to you is, I am a green card holder. Got married, and I'm filing for my citizenship now. The
Great.
question is, uh, before I got my green card, my driver's license was suspended, and I got a ticket, but I go to court and I paid it. Would it affect my case if I go when I go to the interview?
No, just one.
No, I got like parking ticket and stuff like that.
Well, parking tickets, we're not going to say anything about parking tickets because they don't ask about that. So it's only traffic.
Okay,
So
so
here's traffic, you have one.
yeah, I got one for expired license and one for failed to produce driver's license.
Okay. And you paid both of those?
Yes, those are from 2018. Those are from 2018.
Yeah, no, that won't keep you from getting your citizenship.
Okay, that's my question. But I just should do the printout and take to the interview in case.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you, Jim.
Good
Appreciate
luck,
it.
buddy. Yeah, let us know when you get your citizenship.
Huh?
Let us know when you become a citizen.
Sure, I definitely will.
See ya.
Thank you.
Bye. All right, all right. Dieguito.
Hey Jim, how you doing?
Good, buddy. How you doing?
Pretty good. Really happy to become a citizen on Thursday.
Oh, how about that? That's fantastic.
Yeah,
Congratulations. How's it feel?
it was a smooth, and I didn't expect to get it so quick. I remember back in I was in touch with you and back in January when I was about to apply. So I did that on the 26th of January, and I became a citizen this Thursday, the 30th. So
So
uh,
4 months.
4 months exactly, yeah. So
What field office?
I'm on South Carolina, Greer, South Carolina.
And how was the ceremony? Was it nice?
Yeah, it was a really nice ceremony. It was like an hour, yeah, around an hour. So it was nice.
Great.
I remember that I talked to you. I've been listening a lot of people with questions about citizenship, and I get my citizenship with the 2 arrests that I had. Remember that I told you.
Mm.
So yeah, I get in my interview I get a lot of questions about that. So I knew that I get prepared and just telling the truth. And of course they asked me about the certified disposition from the court.
Yeah.
So they just asked me quick, what happened and why you get arrested. And then I told, like you told me, just tell the truth and then you'll be fine. And yeah, that I just told them the truth. And they say okay, we're gonna see. But after that, after I done with the interview, the officer didn't approve me right there. They told me, I got to give this to my supervisor, so he gonna give you a call with a final decision. So my interview was in the morning, around 8:30 in the morning, and I get a phone call around noon. And finally, told me, hey, it's me. I can't
That's
approve
great.
you. Yeah, so I was really happy, and I was concerned a little bit, after I left the facility, but I say we'll see what happens, and I have faith in God, and
Was your ceremony the same day as your interview, or was it later?
No, my interview was the 28th, and it was 2 days after they approved me in my application. So
Awesome.
yeah, it was quick. Like I said, I didn't expect that so quick. So I'm really happy, and I want to appreciate you for all your advice, all the help that always you give to everybody here on the show.
Awesome, buddy. Thanks so much for the call. You made my day.
Yeah, can I ask you just one quick question?
Of course.
I wanna apply for my dad. He's been in the country for over 30 years, but he's been out of his status for so long. So I don't know if I can petition him now as a citizen. I want that to see what I got to do for him. I want to try to
How
get.
did he enter?
He entered illegally 30 years ago.
And so that's going to be tough because you can get the I-130 approved. That's the easy part. Has anybody ever filed for him before?
No, he got arrested in '92 when he was working, and then he was able to get a work permitted without arrest. So he got Social Security and everything, but his work permit expired because it was only for 1 year. So since then he's been out of status until this day.
Why don't you email me and we'll see? Maybe we can have a meeting with you and your dad and we can just talk it through.
Okay, all right, appreciate it, Jim. I will do that because he's gonna be almost 68 years old, and I think I wanted to help him with try to get legal status here, try to see what we can do for him.
All right, buddy. Let me know.
All right, really appreciate it, Jim.
Yeah, congrats. Happy for you.
Appreciate it.
How about that? That's great. That is great. All right. So Elaine is here. Hi, Elaine.
Hi, Jim. How you doing?
Good. How you doing?
I'm great.
Awesome. What's up?
I've been married to my husband for like 2 years now. We applied for my immigration petition for me and my 2 kids. They are not his though, but we have a child together recently. She's like 2 months old now.
Oh, congratulations.
Thank you. We have I-130 approved. We never get an interview. My kids get work authorization and social security, and I haven't get anything from them.
Okay, so let's back up. So where are you from?
Jamaica.
And when did you come to the United States?
2017 or 18.
Did you come with your kids?
No, they came 1 year after me.
Okay. So how old are the kids?
16 and 14.
And you married a U.S. citizen?
Yes.
When did you get married to the U.S. citizen?
The 3rd of January 2022.
And when did your spouse file an I-130 for you?
June 3rd, 2022.
June 3rd, 2022. Okay. And did they file an I-130, one for you and one for each kid?
Yes, they get their social security and their work authorization.
I know. I'll get to that. I'm just going little by little. I got
Okay.
time. So did they file the I-130s for all three of you around the same time, like the same day?
Yes.
Okay. And so did you get a work card or just them?
Just them. I don't get anything.
Okay. And the person that you married, did you know them before you came to the United States?
No.
Okay. And how long were you in the United States before you got married?
Like almost 3 years.
Okay, good. Okay. All right. So you're almost at the 2-year mark since you filed?
Yes, on the 3rd, that is Monday. Tomorrow gonna be 2 years fully since we filed together.
And where do you all live?
In Brooklyn.
Brooklyn. Okay. Has your spouse been married before?
Yes, he did.
Was he born in the United States or no?
No, he didn't born here, but no, he didn't born
Is he from
here.
Jamaica?
No, he's not from Jamaica.
Did he get his green card and citizenship through a U.S. citizen marriage?
No, his mom filed for him.
Okay, good. Okay. So when he was married before, did he ever sponsor anybody for a green card, or are you the first person he sponsored for a
No,
green
I think he brought up his wife from Guyana here and filed for her.
So you're the second person that he's sponsored.
Yes.
Okay, so that's probably one reason why it's been
Mm.
delayed. You probably, Elaine, you should probably call our office. We probably need to file a lawsuit. We could do a lawsuit for you and your kids and try to get Brooklyn to schedule you for an interview and get the thing over with. They're just sitting on the case. It's been 2
Yeah,
years.
but I realized that, and I watch a show every day. I never miss a show.
Yeah.
And the I-130 has been scheduled from almost a year now, and it's at NVC from November 7th,
NBC,
2023.
NBC.
I'm not NVC, sorry, USCIS
Yeah.
from November 7th, and it
Yeah.
haven't moved from there.
If you watch the show, you know I don't care about those dates they put in there. I just care about your
Yes,
final
I realize you
2
always
years.
say it, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Send me an email.
I did try to call your show before, and I never get back in it because I'm wondering what happened that it takes so long to make a decision. So probably I will send an email to you today, and we'll schedule a meeting or something because
Yeah. Yeah, that's good.
I
We
don't
can
know.
meet with you and your husband. Donna and all the yardies say big ups, Elaine.
Thank you. I
All right,
wish
see
I
ya.
could go back to Jamaica. Those apples and those mangoes.
Yeah, the mangoes. Yeah, Donna, where's our mangoes? Me and Elaine
I,
want some
s-
mangoes. Come on.
I saw Donna said to you the other day she have mango to send for you. I'm like, oh my God, you're getting mango and I'm not getting any.
All right. Thanks, Elaine. Thanks for
Hi,
watching.
Jim.
Hey,
Thank you.
kid.
Nice to
Okay,
meet
bye.
you.
Oh, you gotta love talking to the Jamaicans. They always make me happy. Now, of course, I was guessing too from her accent that she was from Jamaica, but I didn't want to put her on the spot. But I knew there was a yardie. Donna's got me. Donna's got my ear well tuned for the yardies, so it's all good. That was a fun call. All right, but we all want those mangoes. Don't forget. All right, CK Grant. Hello. You're on mute, CK.
Hi, Jim. Thanks for taking my call. Do you mind taking me off camera?
All set. Off camera.
Okay, awesome. So thank you so much. You've given me some advice about my 130. So I sent that in for the kids. I didn't know I needed to send in for the kids. So my my situation is that I filed for my spouse. Actually, this is my third spouse. And
Third spouse overall, or third spouse you've sponsored?
no, my third spouse overall. The situation is that I had filed a F-129 for a previous fiance. He did come here and we got married, but before the decision was finalized, I withdrew the case. So I didn't, I mean, we got divorced and I withdrew it.
So
And
what do you think happened to him?
I don't know.
I guess what I mean is, do you know if he's still in the United States?
I think so. I
Okay.
don't,
And that was
but I
marriage number one or marriage number two?
marriage number two. I wasn't married to I didn't do a petition for marriage number one. We
Yeah.
just met and got married. So
And
that was my first petition.
how long ago did that divorce to number two happen?
2018,
Okay, and then when did you marry person number three?
2023. But in
Okay.
between that, I had filed a second F-129, but I withdrew that. I filed it in like April of 2022 and withdrew it October. We weren't gonna get along, so
So fair to say, USCIS now has received 3 applications total from you for 3 different people.
right.
Okay. All right.
So
And so now, what's the status of the I-130 that you have on file?
actually, I think it stalled because yeah, we had I filed that in August, no, July 2023, and his uh, he did get the um work permit and green. Um,
Oh, he's in the United States.
yes, he is, and one of his child is, and recently got their social and work permit as well. But the other
Okay,
two are abroad in
so that's
Jamaica.
good. That's good. Oh wait,
Yeah,
so hold on. So the first case was an I-129F. The second case that got withdrawn was an I-129F. So this is your first time where the person that you married was in the United States, right?
yes,
For the first person, for marriage number two, for the person that you sponsored that came on the fiance and you actually got married, did you actually file an I-45 for that person, or did the divorce start up before the I-45 got filed?
I we did file the I 485 with the 130 at the same time for that.
On this one, right?
No, the one before. I thought that was what you were asking. The fiance visa. I
Yeah,
did
they
file 85 for him.
okay.
Went through.
And you would then it got withdrawn?
Yes,
Okay. Okay. And so you probably told me this already. The case that's on file right now, when did that get filed?
July 2023.
And what country is your spouse from?
Jamaica,
Jamaica. Okay. All right. And where do you live?
Texas.
Okay. Good. Okay. All right. Well, this is good. I mean, it's better that you're doing this the third time at USCIS and not through the State Department. I don't think any embassy would give someone an I-130 immigrant visa. So I'm glad the person's in the United States. Were they in status or out of status at the time?
After status, they were here for about 2 years before we got married.
How long were they here?
About 2 years, I think.
Is there an age gap?
Yes,
How much?
14 years.
Okay. All right. So I don't know if we've gotten to your question to me yet, other than if you're asking me if I think this is a hard case. I think it's a hard case, but go ahead.
Yeah, that's what I thought because I didn't know it was so complicated until listening to your show and having all these questions. But
Really?
basically,
Hold on. I want to get to that. Really, you didn't think like I guess
no,
did you really?
I didn't really think about it because, they were all for different reasons that, sometimes, like you said, in between, when you're doing the fiance, y- I mean, I knew the person for 30 years, but then I guess when you're in a relationship, it's different than just being friends for. So, I mean,
Yeah.
yeah, I didn't think I was doing anything necessarily wrong or,
Well, let
you
me
know,
frame it for you. Let me frame it for you this way in a very neutral way. So sometimes when I do a FOIA or sometimes when I sue USCIS, we get a copy of their fraud indication checklist.
okay,
Number one on the list is if the person's out of status. Number two is if either party has been involved in multiple marriages involving immigration. And number three, I'm not saying these are the exact number three, but these are all ones that are on the list, is age gap.
okay.
So I would say if we had a little scorecard, and maybe I should develop a little scorecard, like, is this going to be Houston, Dallas, or somewhere else?
Dallas.
Yeah. I like Dallas. They'll give you a fair shot, but I mean, you guys are going to have to come in ready for bear. I think you probably need a lawyer. I think you need to bring lots of evidence. I think you're going to get an interview, and I think you got to be ready for it.
Okay. So Jim, can you tell me what were those? I got the age gap thing, which I mean, in all fairness, my other three relationships, they were similar to my age and they didn't work out. So,
There you go. So
I
that's
mean,
you're thinking You're thinking like a lawyer. Like that's a good answer. It's like, yeah, I mean,
what's the difference now?
it's like on Seinfeld when George, his sidekick, he said, every decision I ever make, I make the wrong one, so I'm going to be opposite George. And he always said, what would I usually think? I'm going to do the opposite. So that's a good argument.
So your other two indicators was
He's
the I know
he's out of status,
okay.
and the fact that there have been more than one relationships involving the conferral of an immigration benefit. In other words, there have been other people who either of you have been involved with who've obtained immigration benefits through the immigration system by a relationship, if that makes sense.
Okay. Yes. Even though it was just one, because I withdrew the other.
Yeah, but I mean,
Fact that I started makes it
yeah, I mean,
okay.
you're just gonna have a thick file, right? And so they're gonna be like, oh, well, I mean, they don't spend a lot of time looking at everything, but they're gonna say this file is thicker than usual. I wonder what we got here, and then they go back and look at the old ones, and then see then what they do, then they separate you at the interview, and they ask your spouse about all those other prior relationships. They don't ask you, right? So there's lots of ways for them to cause mischief with the factual background of this case.
But see, my current spouse, and to be in all fairness, he doesn't believe in going back to other relationships, so we don't even talk about my
So
past.
so so that is how he gets crucified at the interview.
Oh,
No, that may be true in real life, but he doesn't have that privilege if he's going to be sitting across from an immigration officer, right? I understand. Like people tell me, he doesn't like to take pictures. He doesn't. He's a private guy. He doesn't like pictures. I don't care. If you want to win the case, this is what you need to do. If you want to win, if he wants to win the case, I mean, if he goes into that interview, like let's just say, I'm not saying this is what you said, but let's just say that you said to me, Jim, not only does he not like thinking about other relationships, he refuses to talk to me about my prior relationships. Right? Let's just say that's true. Right?
yes.
He goes into that interview and he doesn't know your relationship history, screwed. Everybody's screwed. So if he wants to get a green card, he needs to educate himself as to what's going on.
Yeah, and he doesn't talk about his prior relationships either. And like you said, yeah, I don't like taking pictures, so I've been uploading stuff to our files. I mean, like we are legitimately, we live together and share the household. So, like the credit card statements, copies
Mhm.
of his, stuff. But yeah, we're scanty on the photos because I'm not a photo person. But
Gotta
so
be
my question is, I've been uploading the evidence monthly, but I heard on the first caller, he said he just uploaded everything one time. So am I doing it wrong then?
that's the least of your worries.
Yeah.
Yeah, much
Oh,
bigger things.
so that doesn't. Okay.
All right, thanks, CK. Thanks for the call.
All right. Thanks, Jim.
All
Appreciate
right,
it.
bye. Yep. See ya. All right, all right. That was a good call. Lots of good calls today. I'm gonna try to get one more in here and talk to Anna. Anna, are you there?
Hi, good morning, good morning, Jim.
How you doing?
I'm doing great. I have a situation. I'm married to a U.S. citizen, a natural born, and I'm applying my citizenship next year in January. I got my green card through an asylum, and then I have a question about taxes. Um, we filed taxes jointly in 2023. I know for this year, but for 2021 and 2022, we were filing separately. And now I am amending my taxes, but for 2022, he is on a payment plan. I don't know if I would amend the 2022, leave it behind, and just amend the 2021.
Well, let's back up for a minute. So when did you get your green card?
I got my green card on 2023, but it's 1 year backdated. So it's 2022, the date on my green card.
And what's the date of your marriage?
We were married on 2021.
Okay, so you're planning on applying as someone who is married to a U.S. citizen for 3 years and has had their green card or status for 3 years.
Yes, sir.
So then the marriage becomes part of the case, and then taxes become part of the case. So, and this is tricky. So he's on a payment plan for which year?
2022.
And that's the one that you're not on. He's on individually.
Yes, for 2023, for this year, we applied together. And
Okay.
I'm going to amend the taxes for 21, but I don't know if I'm going to amend the 2022.
Well, what year did you get married?
We got married on March 6, 2021.
So wouldn't they think that's strange that the 1 year he's on a payment plan is the 1 year you decided to be separate? That seems strange to me.
All right. So I'm just going to amend 2021 and 2022.
I would think so. I mean, talk to your accountant and see how it all washes out. But I think from an immigration standpoint, it's best from an immigration standpoint, it's best to have jointly filed taxes for all the years of the marriage that you're using to get the 3-year benefit citizenship. That being said, then I have to ask myself, well, if they amend it, then does that mean you're on a payment plan, right? So that could, why don't you do this, Anna? Why don't you go ahead and talk to your CPA, see how the numbers wash out, and then call me back.
Okay, can I hire you as a lawyer?
Sure.
Okay, I have last question.
Yeah.
So I can apply my citizenship since my green card, I got my green card dated on 2022 on my card, so I can apply next year, right? For 2025.
Yeah, the only thing I would say is on those I get a little bit nervous on applying the 90 days early. I usually tell the people to wait the full 3 years because I think there's a little play there in the statutory and regulatory language. So
Okay.
I would say yes. If your green card validity date is 3 years, and if you're married to the U.S. citizen, you're past that now. I think then okay, but don't do it 3 months early.
Okay, I'll do that. I will send you an email, Jim.
Thanks, Anna. Have a great day.
Take care. Bye.
Bye. All right, everybody. Great show today. That was a lot of fun. Whenever Donna's here, it's fun. It's going to be fun when Donna and all the Yardies are here. And I think the Yardies all work really hard. So Sundays is usually a good day to have them on the show. I think we definitely have to do a show in Jamaica. I don't know when we're going to do it, but I think I just need Monty and I might just need to come down for a weekend and do a show in Jamaica. I hope everybody has a great night. Oh, Hina's here. Hello, Hina. Yeah, a little pop-up episode. Sorry, kid. I just got it in when I could. See everybody. Have a great night, a great day, and we'll see you tomorrow. Let's see. Tomorrow's probably 4:00. Let me check to make sure. I think we're back at our usual time on Monday the 3rd. The show will be at 4 p.m. Yep. See you then. Bye, guys. Have a good night. I'm great about that, other than trying to help people who are in a state of invasion.